How's it going, guys? So today we are going to be playing on the ranked ladder with Icebo once again, as per usual at this point. Okay, this guy's gonna split archers in the back. He might be fighting 3.0. But guys, today I wanted to talk a little bit about just kind of not 3.0. Interesting. So I wanted to talk a little bit about uh, like, okay, bro, really? Are we really doing this right now? Okay, really aggressive by this guy. So I'm gonna go for my ice wizard in the back. But I want to talk about, like, corporate greed and stuff. And, like, I feel so bad for, like, the Clash Royale developers. Because, I mean, just think about... What the hell is this deck? Okay. Okay, I'm fine with him going for the Bar Barrel, because I was gonna die to the Spirit Empress anyway, so... I'm going to go for my Knight down low here, and I'm going to go for my Tesla too to DPS all this down, or else I'm definitely going to get owned by this Valkyrie. But yeah, like, the Supercell developers, like, this is how corporate America works, bro. Like, you have to, I mean, this is corporate isn't everywhere, because this game was made in, like, what, Finland? I don't even remember. But yeah, this is not a corporate America specific problem. This is just corporatism in general. But, like, think about how Clash Royale developers really don't have a say in, what they do, right? Like, they come up with all these great ideas for, like, content and stuff, right? But at the end of the day, they're at the mercy of Tencent, who has an 80% stake in their company, right? So if you're Supercell, right, you're just, okay, uh-oh, that's scary. Actually, we're fine. If you're Supercell, you have to, like, generate revenue, right? Obviously, because you're a company. And the problem becomes that it stops becoming a problem of making a good product for your customers and starts becoming a problem of generating revenue. And once your goal shifts from making a good product to just generating revenue from that product, it's inevitably going to become a worse product just from that necessitation, right? So, at least if I can get a nice little rocket NATO here. I was nice, but didn't actually go how I wanted it to, unfortunately, so that was kind of a failed experiment. I thought the bar barrel would be pulled back more and we would get a little bit of a lock, but we did not. So I'm going to bridge block here. And, but yeah, like, think about, like, the newest heroes, right? Like, I'm sure the developers of Supercell didn't go, oh, man, you know what we gotta add, bro? We gotta add heroes to the game. Oh, yes. I'm so excited, right? Or maybe they did, right? But they just, like, they knew that it was going to, like, inevitably be overly monetized, right? And there was nothing they could really do about it. But, like, you gotta develop that knowing that this great idea you had is just going to be tainted by the fact that it's going to be... Oh, wow. I actually get a lock there. That's pretty nice. So I'm going to go Knight low here, and then go for my late Ice Whiz. Go for my log here. Oh my gosh, I am struggling. Anyways, what was I saying? So, yeah, I mean, just, like, imagine being... like, just having to be a part of that, and, like, you're ultimately being told what to do by people who have no idea what they're talking about, like, just, like, executives, and there's all this bloat that's preventing you from, going forward with the vision of your project that you want to go on. And, like, it's not even your fault, right? But the community hates you anyway, because how can they not, Like, they're seeing how their favorite game has been completely ruined, right? And they're inevitably going to blame the person they think is most responsible, right? You can't really blame them for blaming the devs, right? But, the ultimate problem comes from people like, what's the word? Like, because for people who aren't actually involved in the game development process itself, making decisions on how games should be made, which just doesn't really make much sense. So we lost that first game against Graveyard, but, that's just to be expected, because Splash Yard is so broken, and there's really not much you can do as an Expo player, because you can't Rocket Cycle, or else they'll overwhelm you, and you can't get an Expo lock, because they have a million range cards. So, bad night by me, but it's fine. because that Royal Ghost is going to get a lot of value now. I'm actually going to go for my Ice Wiz in the back here and then just NATO this and take the hit. I think that's the right play. But yeah, okay, you're a Musketeer. But yeah, like, obviously Supercell is a business, right? So they have to profit. That's not even like evil or anything. That's just, you know, why would you make a product if you're not going to make money off of it, right? Like that's the essence of human labor, is to generate value off of your labor, right? Like it wouldn't make sense for them not to do business practices that make them money, right? Obviously. It goes without saying. Also, what was that turret doing half of my tower's health for 3 elixir, by the way? That's insane. um, but yeah, so like I almost can't get mad at some of the updates that happen, but it's like, surely they can do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, a business is trying to make money, but okay, that was a really bad night, by the way. I overspent so much elixir there. But you know what? I'm gonna go for an Expo here. I think he's running like 3M or something. I have no idea. Judging by heal spirit and stuff, it's probably 3M. Okay, he's got a cannon card. Of course he has a cannon card. Like every 3M deck ever runs a cannon card, right, guys? That makes sense. That totally is synergistic, even though it's 2 different ranged cards in the same deck that do the same thing. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna have to go for my Evo Tesla here for this battle ram. But yeah, it's like, you know, it's a tough question because, like, at the end of the day, there's just so much bureaucracy, right, that slows down stuff like game development. Okay, I don't agree with that at all. I'm going to go for Defensive Expo here to try to build something up here. I don't think he has, like, a big spell because he's playing 3M. So, I'm just going to rocket that, I think, this cannon cart. And then I'm going to go for an Expo on the right. Okay, he goes for the Golden Knight. I'm just going to go for my Tesla here. And then go for my Skellies here to try to block the ability. Okay, that was bad. So I'm going to go for my Knight here, Ice Wiz. And I'm going to have to go for just my Log here to damage this and hope that he can't get the turret down in time. He can, so I'm going to lose the game immediately because the turret is overpowered. But you know what, guys? It's fine. It's not fun at all. He actually just took my entire tower with that. That's actually insane. What the... What? He didn't even work for that. He just clicked a button and instantly took my entire tower. What has this game come to? Like, what? Alright, guys, we're back against Kevin SCZ, or SCS, rather. And yeah, I just think that it's one of those things where... I hate Firecracker. Where, what was I saying? You know... Like... People get too mad at companies for making decisions that just make them money, because, like, again, a business is supposed to make money, right? But there are ways to make money without being... Okay, bro, really? Really? Is this the game we're playing? I'm gonna have to... I have to log that, actually. I can't punish him. Even though that was the stupidest play ever. I can't punish him for it. Yeah, I can't even. Like, if I go for an Expo on 0, he's going to be up Elixir magically because he's going to pull Elixir out of his gaping, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, this is a horrible matchup, and we got a horrible start, and he has the Evo Knight. Okay, Hero Knight. Great. But, like, you can't blame a company for trying to make money, but you can blame them for making decisions that are anti-consumer. But the problem is, right, like... The thing I was trying to get at, right, like the whole point of this conversation was to say that the ultimate problem with, like, video game greed, right, is that there's no antidote, right? Because if you vote with your wallet, right, for a company like Supercell, it's not going to work, right? And the reason it's not going to work is because, let's say we all boycott Supercell, right? What's going to happen? Tencent's going to see that, and they're going to say, well... I guess Supercell is not a profitable company anymore. I guess Clash Royale is not a profitable game. People must hate this, right? That's why they're boycotting it, because they just don't like Clash Royale anymore. So they're going to shut the thing down, and then Supercell's going to go out of business, and then all of the good, hardworking men and women who work at Supercell are just going to be completely jobless, right? That's what's going to happen, right? I'm not saying that you know... like to guilt people into not boycotting Supercell or something. I'm just saying like there really is no winning, you know? Like it's just you do, you're screwed, you don't, you're screwed. Like it's that kind of situation. I'm gonna pull this into my Tesla here. Okay, he's RG Lightning, of course. He couldn't be Fireball, which is a bad enough matchup. No, he had to have the Lightning because Supercell needs to match me against horrible matchups every time, or else they're not going to make as much money off of me because I'm going to play the game less because I'm going to be satisfied and stop playing the game. Guys, I mean, what do you do in this matchup, right? Like, I didn't know he was playing RG because who is running RG Firecracker, right? No one is running RG Firecracker except for this one single person on the ladder. He's the only person in the entire world who's running this deck, right? And, okay, how did that kill my Ice Wizard? What the hell, man? What even is this? So I got caught off guard, and then I can't Rocket Cycle, right? So I have to get a lock, because there isn't enough time in the game to Rocket Cycle, right? And then he just clicks Lightning 7 times and still gets 50 hits with his RG. Like, I just, like... What has this game become? Like, I mean, to be fair, the game was always kind of like this, like with RG, because RG is just broken. But you know, what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, and he just like somehow magically cycles back to a Lightning as if he has 2-card cycle. Like he literally played 2 cards and was back to a Lightning. Can someone please explain that? But yeah, guys, it's like the root issue is that people who are bureaucrats, who are, you know, people who aren't actually involved with design processes or consume the product in any way or know anyone who consumes the product because they're so detached, because they're so rich. Those are the people in society that control the things that people consume, right? Like, do you think the CEO of Netflix ever watches Netflix? Probably not. Probably not. The CEO of Netflix probably just talks to his billionaire buddies, right, all day long. And like, okay, bro, you went for a minor in the not safe spot. Okay, bro. Yeah, I'm still gonna take 1,000,000 damage because minions are overpowered, but you know, I can't do anything about that. But like, the CEO of Netflix does not care. He's just gonna sit in his gold-plated chair, right? And he doesn't care about anything bad that happens to the consumer, right? And so the people below him also don't care because he doesn't care, right? And oh, the boss doesn't care, so why would I care, right? And then it's just like it's an infinite chain of just not caring, right? And there are too many people who have like expertise in like finance or mathematics or whatever, right? I mean, finance is mathematics, but you know, that don't actually know anything about like, you know, what's the word? Can I get a rocket down before I lose the game? Yes. Not in the way I was hoping, but... Okay, you know what? I'm actually okay with that. I'm gonna go for a late Ice Whiz here, and then just have that clean everything up. Beautiful shot by the Ice Whiz, by the way. It literally froze that entire Lava Hound. That was crazy. So I'm gonna go for my Expo here, because I feel like he spent a lot of Elixir there. And I don't think he can punish me. He doesn't have enough for Spirit Empress. He shouldn't, at least. Okay. I did not think he would have enough for Valve, to be honest. I'm going to go for my Evo Tesla here just to kill this really quickly. Okay, beautiful, beautiful Evo Tesla. And those skeletons are going to get destroyed. Okay, I thought I was going to get Small Lock there, but I don't. But yeah, I mean, like, so you guys might be thinking, okay, so all the people in charge are detached, right? So what do we do, right? What do we do as citizens to, you know, combat this, right? And I mean, really the honest answer to that is just... Like, if you see an opportunity in the business world, like if a game is bad, right? And, you know, you think you could do better, like just, you need to make real competition to it, right? And that's obviously easier said than done. But like if you see an injustice and it pertains to your particular skills, then you should capitalize on that and, you know, do something with your skills that other people are neglecting, right? And obviously it's not so simple because there are some problems, right? Like, just as an example, there's an issue where, okay, I'm really focusing on the game here. Give me 1 second. I gotta go for my knight here, kite that miner, and then, okay, I almost played my rocket instead of my X-Blade. That would have been bad. So I'm gonna go for my Evo Tesla here. and should get a lot of damage here. Or at least some, please. Knight to catch that. Very nice. Okay, we do get a little lock there. That's all I wanted. I think I can just kind of play defense from now on. Okay, please don't lava in front of that. Please don't lava in front of that. Please don't lava in front of that. I was so scared of lava in front of that. Okay, I have to go for an early Tesla here to cycle. But yeah, I mean, but also, like, you can't do everything, right? You can't fight all of the injustice in the world, right? So just, like, live your life and, like, do things that make you happy and that make the people around you happy. That, like, add fulfillment to your life, right? Like, that make you feel like you're doing something as a human being that is valuable to someone you care about, right? Like, that's honestly, I mean, that's what life's all about. Is just, like, is that. I'm going for my Expo here to tank. I really want to rocket that. I really want to rocket that. I'm going to go for my rocket on top of all this. Oh, I didn't catch the miner. Whoops, I just lost. Guys, I just lost against Lava Hound. Whoops, I completely fumbled that. I should have just rocketed. I don't know what I'm doing. Is a rocket enough? I don't think so. Maybe if I catch the miner? Nope, okay, yeah, I sold that. I shouldn't have been going for so many expos. I was too focused on talking. I should have gone for more rockets, and I would have easily taken that game, but I was too busy talking about random things. Alright, guys, we're up against Andre here. And, but yeah, like, you know, I always thought that, you know, I should, okay, I forgot that level 14 Skeleton Barrel is actually better than level 15 Skeleton Barrel. I'm so mad. Oh, he has Furnace. Oh. That's so annoying. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so I would say, okay, wow. Dark Prince at the Bridge. Okay, bro, very skilled. That, like, you know, you can't do everything, right? I thought about going into, like, politics, right? Because I'm just so sick of politics. You know, not to get political or anything. I don't think that's, you know, I don't think anyone is, like, I'm so happy with how politics are right now. Like, no matter, like, what your political affiliation is, whether you're, you know, right or left or centrist or whatever, it's like, everything always sucks. Like, nothing ever happens, right? But yeah, I'm not trying to get too political on this channel, but you know, I just feel like I could live my life. I could, like, do something that makes me super rich or something, and I just feel like I wouldn't be happy still, right? Like, I would still feel like there's something missing in my life, you know? I would just feel like I could have done something, right? And I just didn't. So, that's sort of why I was like, you know, I should just do it. You know, I should just get into politics. And so I have been, like, you know, meeting up with my local party, right, and doing things to contribute, right? And, you know, I've been having fun so far. I mean, obviously I'm still new to the whole thing, so I'm not, like, a professional by any means, but, you know, it's nice to be able to, you know, at least, like, be a part of something and just try, you know. But, yeah, you know, there's only so much that you as one person can do, right? So I would say to you guys, just don't worry so much about what's going on in the corporate world. Like, some of it sucks, right? And, like, Clash Royale, for example, is one of those things where you just want a game that you can play that, you know, you can come back to and appreciate, even in, like, when things are getting tough, right? And when they can't even provide that, it's like, it's really sad. But, you know, even though they're adding heroes and stuff, right? The game is not dead, right? It's not dead. It's still a fun video game. And I'm saying that as an Expo player, so you know it's got to be true, right? I hate the heroes so much. But, you know, like, I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to get at there. Anyways, we're going to lose because this is the worst matchup of all time. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll get one more game here and see if I can win a single game today. Alright, guys, we're against Big Smoke. And, yeah, You know, it's so easy to get caught up in everything that sucks about life, right? But it's really not. I feel like that's not the right way to look at life. You know, like you look at, you know, billionaires that hate you, right? Or whatever. Whatever is like troubling you in the moment, right? And it's easy to think, wow, my life sucks. Life in general sucks. It's not worth living or whatever, right? But, you know, I tend to think that, okay, he can go for that ability if he wants. I kind of want to rocket that because that was a lot of elixir he spent. But I don't think I need to. I think I can just go for a Skelly Surround the Bowler. And, okay, I have to go for low Ice Whiz too. And I have to go for a Tesla. Okay, maybe I should have just gone for the rocket. Oh my gosh, bro. Mini P.E.K.K.A is so broken, by the way, guys. I'm actually going to go for a Knight in front of this. Hear me out, guys. He has no elixir. Okay, he had elixir. Wait, no, he messed up the Ice Spirit. And he messed up the Witch. He didn't splash on the Ice Whiz. Maybe I'll get an Ice Whiz hit. Nice. 2? Okay, 2 Ice Whiz hits. I'll take it. We are up damage. And as Expo, being up any amount of damage is... Okay, I'm just going to Rocket Hog that and then go for my Skellies on top of that. How does he have... Wait, I'm genuinely, like, I'm not even, like, making a bit about, like, how pissed I am. I'm just, like, I'm genuinely confused as to how he afforded a Witch Giant Graveyard in single elixir. Like, that just doesn't even make sense to me. It doesn't even compute. Like, I'm, like, barely even mad about it because I'm just so confused about it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, he goes for 5 elixir on a 1 HP Ice Whiz after spending everything at the bridge, so I think I'm going to take advantage of that and go for my Evo Knight here and let it push back my... I put it away from the bowler so that it can push it away for a bit so that I can go in, and he wastes an entire tornado on all of that too, so he can't even afford a giant right away. He could afford a giant. What the hell? Again, how does he afford this? Beautiful rocket, by the way. That was just master class from me. And he's going to go for a giant on 0. Yep, which is fine because I'm just going to go for my Skellies on this. And then go for my log. Okay, so he does get the Ice Spirit down, so it's not worth defending anymore. But I'm going to go for my Tesla up high here just to distract the Witch a little bit. And then DPS down this Knight. If he goes for the ability, it's a total waste. And he knows that, so he doesn't go for it. I'm going to go for my Skellies on top of this Ice Wizard to defend it. And beautiful defense on the Ice Wizard there. I'm going to go for my log here because the Witch will die after the Ice Wiz shot. Then I'm going to go for my Tesla because he's going to probably try to go for a NATO lineup or something. Okay. So, I don't know. This is a little sketchy. I'm going to go for my Skellies on top of this. And he does go for oh my gosh, I have 3 Ice Whizzes on the map. What is happening? Okay, he does get a nice Witch there, but we are okay. I'm just going to go for my Evo Knight here. And I kind of want to go for an Expo. I feel like he's pretty low on elixir, and I have so much elixir on the map that I feel like I can get away with it. I know he's just going to giant on top of this, but I think that's fine because my Expo's already on the bowler. So the bowler is going to die to the Expo, and then I'm going to be able to DPS down this giant in time. And we're going to get a beautiful lock on the... Oh, wait, no, we're not going to get a beautiful lock on the... How is that Witch splashing everything? What was that? Anyways, he wastes an entire freeze, so I think I can go for an Expo. Okay, bad placement. My bad. I'm going to go for a Knight in front of this because I think he's going to... Okay, I thought he was going to do something like that, but I wasn't actually sure what. I'm going to NATO this bowler, actually, to move it out of the way. Okay, how does he afford all this, bro? He wasted an entire freeze on nothing, and then he somehow isn't able to get an entire giant down anyway. Like, I don't get it, man. It doesn't make sense. Okay, nice tornado by him, actually. I'm actually really impressed by that because I don't think that's like ever happened before, that a giant graveyard player has made a play like that, like an actual like decent play. I'm gonna go for my Evo Tesla here, yeah, because he's gonna go for the freeze on top of everything, and then I'm gonna go for my Knight here, just make sure I don't take too much damage, and I'm gonna go for my Expo because I have a lot of elixir on the map, and then I'm gonna go for a Rocket NATO, I think. Whenever I have the elixir, I'm gonna go for my NATO now. Okay, I thought it would pull the giant. Unfortunately, it does not. He doesn't have a big spell though. He just has like freeze and stuff, so I think we will be okay as long as he doesn't get a really good graveyard here, which he will. Gonna go for my Ice Whiz down low like this because I just lost. No, dude, no. I totally sold that, bro. I'm not gonna win a single game today, bro. What is this? By the way, hold on. That was a beautiful game by me, and I still lost, by the way. That was the firstly. That's the first thing that's crazy. Like, I played nearly perfect. I guess I could have played less or more defensively, but if I played more defensively, he would have gotten more pushes, and so, like, not putting up the pressure would have just killed me. Like, would just lost me. If I didn't go apply as much pressure as I did, I would have lost the game immediately. But look at these matchups. Evo Witch, Bowler, Champion Giant, Champion Mini P.E.K.K.A, Graveyard. Worst matchup ever. Royal Recruit Skelly Barrel bait with the Furnace and Tesla and Fireball, all hard counters to the Expo. Worst matchup ever. Lava Hound. Okay, Lava Hound's a good matchup for Expo, but if we look at the replay, bro, like, I got kind of unlucky in this one. Like if I recall correctly, he got like a really good start on me, and I like just wasn't okay. Actually, no, I kind of just sold this one. Not gonna lie. Okay, but like every other matchup, guys, like what is this RG Firecracker with lightning? Three Musketeers, but instead of Three Musketeers, it's just bridge spam because the Hero Musketeer is that broken, and then like. Every matchup, bro. Every matchup this video was miserable. Also, I played Golem earlier. Don't hate me. like what is this? What is this? What is this Archer's Valkyrie Vines Goblin Hut Spirit Empress deck? Like with Graveyard. Like I just don't even know, man. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. This one was a bit rambly, not too much interesting going on, I guess. But I thought I'd do a bit more of a chill, less sweaty video where I just, oh, excuse me, you know, talked about, I don't know, like some of my thoughts on the world and stuff. But I would say to you guys, if you're still watching this, thank you so much, by the way, for sticking around. But my advice to you is just live your life as if, you know, there aren't people that, you know, want you down, you know, like, you know, you want to speak out about things and you want to protest things that are wrongful, right? If bad things are happening in your life or in your like hometown, like the local government's bad or something, right? Like you have a right, at least in the United States of America, to make your voice heard and protest, right? And like, you have a right to, you know, vote with your wallet, right? And not spend money on things on scummy businesses that you really think are bad, right? But, you know, at the end of the day, the thing that brings me the most comfort is think about most billionaires. Like, I've heard people like Jay Schlatt, right? Like millionaires who like confess that their lives were controlled by money and they felt miserable because they were just always seeking more and more money, right? That's like a common thing. Imagine how a billionaire feels, right? They must be miserable. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of brings me a little bit of comfort, which might sound a little sadistic, but I just think that, you know, like, these people are destroying themselves at the end of the day, and you can live a happy, fulfilling life in spite of all the stupid stuff that's going on in the world, right? So there's nothing stopping you. Like, settle down, have a family. Like, that's what life's all about, man. But yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping now because everyone clicked off the video and no one wants to hear this. My audience is like 12 to 15. None of you guys want to hear any of this. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.